so good to see everybody again, or so good to be here again. Happy wild times of all the retrogrades, all the planets in retrograde, pretty intense. So many things are going on, so many feelings are coming up. So I wanted to come here and do just a short reading from my book and connect with everybody. Let's start by taking a deep breath in, the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold for 3, 2, 3. And release to the count of 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take another couple of breaths in and out, feeling your body as it comes to rest, comes to reception, able to receive. Feel your body ground to the earth and connect to the sky. Allow yourself to just be right now, present. Present to all the magnificence, present to all the confusion, present to all the emotions, just present. Keeping ourselves in this experience every day. The most powerful thing we have, the most powerful tool we have really is our breath and being able to slow ourselves down to be able to receive. So I'm going to read from Opening Our Spiritual Eyes, and this is a beautiful part I want to share with you about her idea of what the divine plan for humanity's evolution is. And so there's 3 stages to it, and I'm going to read the first stage so that we can just think about it and contemplate or see, what resonates and what doesn't resonate. I started reading this book before everything happened with COVID and with coming back to New York and all kinds of stuff. So this has been a very interesting evolution in itself and watching it play out. And utilizing some of these tools that she expresses in this book have been really helpful. So hopefully this will help anyone that is needing a little assistance right now. So, every soul on earth has their direct connection with God or the creation energy of life as their divine presence. Even those who have no faith in their own light and love, who have no faith in a universal spirit or larger force, and who cannot feel their hearts, have this divine presence watching over their lives. The divine plan for humanity is based on the awakening of each soul to a higher state of consciousness through the guidance and overletting blessings of the divine presence. This awakening is taking place in stages and in accordance with the karma and free will of each member of humanity. When one soul in each family is guided to open their heart and they choose to awaken, the journey begins. The soul begins a process known as the purification of the mind, which prepares them to heal on a much deeper level with their family and thus begin to clear the genetic line. This is the first work that most souls are guided to during their awakening process. To spend time patching up old miscommunications and heart connections with their family members. Once a soul has completed this work to a certain degree, they begin to open their heart connection to others in their local community. This activates a deeper level of connection to the plan for humanity's evolution and shift in consciousness. The plan for humanity is then activated through three unique stages that alter the energy body of a soul so they can begin the recalibration to the frequency of their soul's divine blueprint or personal divine plan. The divine blueprint lies inactive in the etheric body of a soul until the soul has awakened spiritually. The first stage of the divine plan for humanity's evolution is based on the unlocking of our genetic code. This takes place as souls are guided by their divine presence to three specific forms of activity that allow the DNA to receive the codes of light and higher intelligence sequence of divine energy from the unified field. As the DNA filaments of consciousness expand, the superconsciousness is activated and new streams of consciousness ground through the body. The consciousness of many people is trapped in their physical bodies, and until the genetic code is unlocked, they perceive the world as simply a physical experience. The first activity takes place as souls are guided to create healing in the family. This begins the process of a karmic clearing of the wounds or old fears held in the genetic line that often are sourced from one's ancestors. This is not based on changing people, but based on changing your own consciousness to fully accept and embrace every member of your family through love and forgiveness. The heart clearing created as one member of the family connects deeply to every other member, stabilizes, and naturally brings the family karma into its first level of balance. Often, once one person in the family is awakened and has made the heart connection to all others, another in the family begins to awaken, and then another. When three have awakened, it is a sign that genetic clearing is deeply taking place. For every ancestor, as well as every family member, and all future children birthed within the lineage will be free of this karma. The second activity takes place as souls are guided to sacred places on the earth to receive the codes of light or special energy and frequency they need for their evolution. People are guided to these places by their spirits or led by their hearts, sometimes on holiday or for their work, but there's always a higher reason that their circumstances have been arranged for this specific place to be visited. The higher purpose is the activation of their energy with the special energy that travels through the ley lines or portals of this land. The frequency offers a slow recalibration in preparation for their shift in consciousness. Some are also called to help the ancestors of humanity heal and forgive the past by clearing the sacred sites on the earth where traumas have occurred. This reopens the portals between the worlds, assists and assists, hold on one second, I'm sorry. Some are also called to help the ancestors of humanity heal and forgive the past by clearing the sacred sites on the earth where trauma has occurred. This reopens the portals between the worlds and assists other beings that live on the earth to also release from the karmic wheel. It also opens and strengthens the connection between the soul's consciousness and their divine presence. The third activity takes place as many of these souls are guided to fully take the mantle of the light into their hearts by recognizing they are light beings. They promise to hold to their divine relationship or source connection to the oneness. The force of creation within all of life that many name as God, Goddess, by no longer giving their power away to false belief in a force outside of themselves, creating their reality, and by holding sovereignty over their own experience. The reclamation of personal power through the clearing of personal karma is the essence of this activity. So I'm going to stop there. There's a second stage, and I'll read that next time, tomorrow or the next day. And there's a lot of information there, a lot to ponder, a lot to feel into. Thank you for listening. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being curious to this process. I feel like just as we open our hearts more and more to other ideas, other perceptions, the channels that have come through books and through voices, we are getting closer and closer to finding some other answers and some more questions. So thank you. Have a beautiful Wednesday, and I'll see you soon.